Hi guys, welcome to the mini series. We're going to be literally starting to sculpt in here and show you how to do that, and the surrounding area from the cheekbone and the back of the skull. So we're going to get them shapes and see how they all work. A painting is an illusion, sculpture is a reality. So that's what we key into. So guys, here we go again on our little mini series, and we're going to start by starting to sculpt an ear and the surrounding areas from the cheekbone using our old cutlery knife. And obviously you guys that have just started following us, there's other parts of this mini series on there. So let's get stuck into it. So by using the little cutlery knife that I told you about on the last reel, you can see how I use it just to pull in them block shapes. So I just move it a bit more that way for you guys to see. And then what I've done, we're starting to pull the rib back of the skull down and how it connects to the ear and to the muscles that go in, and just make them marks nice and solid. We'll pick up on the sort of collarbones later, further on in the next reel. So what we're going to do now is start getting that basic shape, moving this in behind the ear and just pulling it through. And pulling around, and obviously as you're handling it, always be aware of not squeezing it too tight and undoing the work you've done. But we'll talk to you about that on another video, how you can make that a lot easier. So what I'm doing now is just drafting a rough shape up of where I want to be with this ear. Just getting it nice and sort of pulling into there, so we're getting that bit sinking at the side of the skull. Then it starts to pull out here and get wider down to the back, to about there, to that point. So we're getting back into the ear, clean it out nice and clean so you know what you're working on. Bring it down to the lobe. So normally, generally, you'd be looking the top of the eye and nose, but obviously people's ears vary, you get big ears and small ears. So, you know, just basically, if it looks good, feels good. So now we're going to start shaping the ear, and as you can see, starting to pull that in so it goes right into there, and then you get nice little bit going on to here, so you can see how easy it is. I'm kind of trying to keep it as basic as I can to start with. So we're just putting that piece up there, that's coming round, so you can see that now, how that's evolving round. So where the lobe is, now I'm going to dig under that lobe and pull it out to get that lift and get that 3D feel about it, make it feel a nice shape. So you can see that now coming round nicely. So I'm going to start digging into there. So we're going to push this bit because it goes deep into the ear, obviously. Push that around, and then literally just get yourself a nice little draw line around to there, around to there. So now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to dig in here and pull this out. So you can start seeing that depth of the ear. And again, as you pull it, you get them little lifts. Just go back in, clean the edges up, keep it clean. A lot of people, when they're sculpting, get carried away with the confusion. So keep cleaning it up and going back in again. Don't be worried about getting that lift. And then what I'm starting to do, just gently start to push in the back of the ear. You don't want to do that too soon, because you want to keep that mass at the back while you're operating that little bit of detail around the ear, if that makes sense. So now we're going to push this bit in, and then we're going to pull this bit out. So we're going to pull it around like that. Just let the tool run round, and then get yourself a nice little dink in there. And then you can just start working this bit in. Work it in nice and flat, bringing that round to there. And again, it's a bit of a, you've got to look where your jaw is going to be. So you're going to come out to about there. So you get the neck muscles coming up to about here. They'll come slightly there, about there they'll come to. So then once you've got that, you know, this cheekbone's going to be about there. So I'm just marking things like I did here and here, and then literally saying that's where I want that ear. So I'm happy with that now. And again, like I always say, use your fingers just, and I can use that back finger there to pull into like that, look. So just literally pulling against my finger, getting that nice lobe done. So if you've really watched this far into the video, make sure you hit the like button, because it really does help me building this program up. So let's get back into it, guys. What we're doing now is just start to build that inner ear bit. So where I've been pushing it around and moving it in, so we're getting that nice feel. Make sure that goes in nice and deep there, that nice curve, and then just curving it around and get a little bit, I always do this, Just get a nice little bit on there using your fingers again, and just literally shape it in. Then go back in with a tool and literally just get that little just above the earlobe there going. And again, I'm going in again with my fingers again, using your fingers, best tool you've got, no two ways about it. And that gives you that nice smooth feel to it. Like here now, I use the opposite like I did a minute ago, but I'm putting the tool behind and bringing it up to my finger and then just manipulating it around. Look, if you do that, that's how easy it is. Just literally knead it in and knead that shape, and then you can go in again and literally turn that around there, clean that one up. Clean it first before you move it, so you're getting that nice shape, and then we can just push it up again and then start to bring it in and then pull it back. It's a matter of making the wax go where you want it to go, and then just keep pushing it and manipulating the tool to roll it in. See, so many people struggling and they get so frustrated. You know, don't, just let the tool do its work. Now at the back of the ear here, at the back of the ear, we just put that little edge on, because working these edges in wax, you know, to do it, you're better just rolling it out slightly. Again, put your finger behind it and literally start working that up there like that, look. And then you get that nice little edge on the back of the ear. And again, we still haven't took the back out there yet. We're still just slightly, almost, let me turn it to you. You see where we're chamfering it in. So you've still got that massive strength behind the ear for you to develop and shape and move it around. So now we're just going to start pulling it together and just keep moving that in. We're going to move the cheekbone down. So we'll get that. All these bits we'll show you later as well. Once we've got a rough ear, we'll do the mouth next. But I want to try and keep it as basic as I can. I don't want to overwork things for you guys. So if we can keep putting that in, then shaping that around that and just connects into there. It's a bit awkward here, guys, because I'm working it sort of side on, but I'm getting there. Normally, obviously, if you're working this, you'd have it right in front of you. But obviously, me and Ben are doing these reels, we want you to be able to see everything we do. So we're trying to really keep it nice and visual. So again, you see where I'm just going around it, cleaning up again, getting rid of some of that confusion around the point you're focusing on. And that's the main thing. And then literally again, just manipulate that with your fingers. Look how soft that's going. It's amazing once you first start pushing your fingers onto them. Get used to using your fingers all the time. They're the best tool you'll ever have. So getting that really nicely now. So that's starting to come up. I'm just going to pull that shape in there. Get finger this the opposite way and then cut into the ear. So you can see now, guys, we've got a nice basic, real sort of crude, but you'll get to really understand where that goes. We want that to go in a bit more. And then what we're going to do then is start sort of around the back of that. Once we start getting a feel and start pulling it in again, I'll go back to my old cutlery knife. And I like this because it just starts pulling shapes. So literally where the jawbone is going to come into about here and then sort of fold across to about there. So we'll get that jaw about there. It's going to be, I think we need to take the chin up slightly, which we'll do. Each time we do a progression on this, I'll show you how to align. Once we've mastered the mouth, the nose, and like we worked on the eyes on the last reels, then we'll do the nose. So I just want to keep it nice and clean for you guys and show you everything we're doing. So now you can start to see, push that around there, so get a nice square. Obviously we're going to round that a little bit more. And then the neck muscles are going to come from about here, right behind the ear to about there, and then open up to the back of the skull, which will be about there. And you can see working lines like this help you work things out. They really do. So keep working them as we did on the last reel where I centered for the nose and mouth. And then it's again same for this. And once you've got that, then just start working that in. I want to pull a bit of this out a little bit under the cheekbones there. So we're just going to pull that out. And as I've said before on the other reels, just let it roll round to that natural form, that nice feel that's happening. So keep that working, pushing that in at the edge of the skull there, and then letting it come out wide behind the ears. And then with the back of the skull here, we've got to pull that out a bit more there, which we'll do later. So now we're starting to get somewhere, guys. So you can see a real quick, fast little ear. So guys, like and subscribe, and I hope all these videos are starting to help you guys get some information and understand how the hands are the most important part, and really enjoying. So guys, catch us later.